Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to my Korea playthrough in Sid Meier's Civilization 5. Last time we left off, Barbarians played the naughty game and spawned horsemen when I did in 1 then 2. Now my warriors are probably going to die and my composite bowmen are probably going to follow them. Which is a minor inconvenience, if you will. I was really counting on taking over this barbarian encampment and seeing what lies beyond the mountains, even though it does kind of look like there's just a coast there, so there's no real reason for me to be fighting over here, other than of course helping Sofia, which I do want to help because I do want to have them as my allies, because keep in mind, Budapest are nice being my friends and all, but I want their land, so I'll kill them at some point. Not yet, but in the future, definitely. Now, another thing before I end my turn, and before I issue any orders in fact, is something a little bit hilarious, if you like this kind of humor. So, I did something very rare. I clicked on Advisor Council. I was just curious what they're going to say. Look at this bastard. The science advisor never ever tells you anything useful whatsoever. And now he actually does, except it's too late. Our homeland is a small continent without much room for expansion. We need to focus on naval technologies until we can embark units. Blah 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 blah. Already? Yeah, right. So, the reason why I have not done this as of yet is because I wanted to expand to some parts of my homeland ASAP, parts of natural wonders preferably, but not necessarily only those parts, possibly other areas as well, if I were to find a suitable spot, that is. That said, I have to admit, being able to scout around these seas just a little bit would probably be very useful. And selling takes literally just 1 turn. So even though I want to rush Notre Dame, and if possible I also want to rush Alhambra, maybe even Machu Picchu, although that's really low on my priority list, I think I should still actually try to go for sailing. And by try, I mean actually go for it, because it is going to be rather useful if... Yeah, just rather useful. There is no other comment I need to make there. And I should have done so earlier. I really should have, I think. But oh well. Also, there's something interesting. It looks like sailing is, wow, almost finished. So what I assume happened is one time when I made my wonder, I didn't have science production queued up, and some science went into sailing, because as you can see, it's almost done already. That's probably one of the reasons why it takes only 1 turn for me to make it. Either that, or I had leftover. No, I didn't have leftover technology, because I was in the process of researching something else. So yeah, that's probably what happened. Anyway, what can I do over here? Well, I could focus all my units on attacking the horseman, possibly weakening it enough so that I will not be easily killed by the horsemen and archers. Because as you can see, my composite bowmen cannot actually hit the archers, they are too far away, which is a slight problem. However, attacking the horseman with everything I've got will not actually kill it, and I'll suffer heavy damage in the process. Meanwhile, the barbarians will be able to counterattack me with both horsemen and the archers. On the other hand, I could attack the archers and deal some hefty amount of damage to them, but this would mean that on the next turn the horsemen and archers would still kill my warriors. What I could also do is move my warriors into this forest town right here, move my archers onto this town right here, protect my warriors, but in return my archers would be completely destroyed. And I wouldn't achieve much. In fact, I wouldn't even damage the enemy. So I think I'm really left out with no options whatsoever other than attack the horsemen and pray for lucky rolls. Because keep in mind, combat in C5 is slightly randomized, so if I get lucky, I may be able to deal more damage than I, technically speaking, should. So let's hope I can deal more than... Wait, approximately 0 damage inflicted? What? Oh right. From them, from me it's 33. So let's hope for a little bit more than 33. Like 37, for example, why not? It is 35. Oh, that's actually, I was expecting something less than that, but that's still okay. Now, what else I could do? I could just reinforce with my shepherds. And I'm tempted to do so because I can almost guarantee if I don't do so they will die. And I actually do need those warriors in order to take over this barbarian encampment. Because with archers I could technically speaking clear it out, but by the time I clear it out I have no movement to enter the encampment, so I have to wait a turn, and by that time, because we are playing on ranging barbarians, a new barbarian will spawn most likely. You really do need a melee unit in order to take out a barbarian encampment from my personal experience. So what I'm going to do right now is just reinforce and hope that those horsemen attack my warriors instead of attacking my archers. But if they do attack my archers, then this will mean that those archers will attack my warriors, and the damage will be split somewhat. Even though my archers will be half dead, I will possibly be able to kill the barbarians. I'm not too sure about this myself, I have to admit. Let's end the turn because it has been forever, and actually this videocast is supposed to be a little bit shorter than usual. I'm afraid of power outages. Because, yeah, I've had some problems with my power. It has been malfunctioning recently, so yeah. Alright. Sophia's walkers are actually engaged by the barbarians. I have no idea why or how, and for some reason barbarians did not actually attack me, and now I'm in a stalemate position against those horsemen because I healed up, which is very nice because now that when I'm going to bombard them, I'll probably even be capable of winning the battle slightly and maybe even killing them. Yes, decisive victory, there we go, that's what I was waiting for. It's kill the horseman, takes heavy losses in the process, but... oh, that actually rhymed, and... for crying out loud, how much HP does he have? 1 or something? Yeah, 1 HP! Wow. Game, really? Nah. I hate it when it happens because it almost always does happen. Alright, so I know you're making Oracle, but it feels like you're taking forever, even though you're taking exactly as long as you're supposed to. Still, is there anything else that is actually more useful for me? National Epic would actually not be that useful because I have no sectors that generated points in anything, really. Do I? Yeah, it looks like I do not have anything. Yeah, wait, I do have Temple of Artemis, that's great engineer points. So National Epic would actually help me out. I'm gonna queue this up as my second building, and then I think I'm gonna go for Artist Guild as well. Even though I do need triremes, and I do need settlers, and I do need military units. I need all those. What I can do, however, is buy out a trireme because it's relatively cheap. Not that cheap, apparently. 160. Ooh, that's bad, because I do need to actually scout around the seas at least a little bit. So let's move it up the queue. And I can start making it now, and I'll still make Oracle in 3 turns. Good. Let's do it. Let's do it like so. Also, can I maybe just go for production focus and make it even faster? No, I cannot. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Good. Also here I can see the percentage bonuses in effect. 11 and 88% food per turn. Yeah, why not? That's actually growth, not food. Or maybe it's food and then not... I'm not sure. Either way, it doesn't matter. Let's end my turn and see what happens. And let me drink a bit of water. Because hey, why not? Religion founded, that's not too good. That's... Huna? I don't recognize this religion. Either way, it brings me further and further away from having my own religion, which is smartly infuriating. Because I do want to be able to have a religion, and now... I still need 134 faith, but I'm fighting against Immortal AI. It does feel like I'm not going to get it. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, yeah, it is the cost, annoyingly enough, is use some of my warriors to kill the horsemen. The reason why I did that is because I wanted to be able to attack the archers on the next turn, and this was the only way for me to do this. Alternatively, I could have killed the horsemen with my archers, but then I would need another turn to get close to the archers in order to hit them with my own archers. So yeah. Or composite bowmen, if you will. Alright. Ready to finish tradition. Finally, took forever and ever, but yeah, it happens on high difficulty levels. Now I'll be able to gain even more growth. And I also gain a free aqueduct, which is fairly nice. I'll check my capital in the next turn to see if I did get it, because I'm not sure if you gain aqueduct in your capital or not. You should be, but you know, it's sometimes a little bit... yeah, it's sometimes you don't. So yeah, naval units. And let's actually send you scouting. I don't think I trust the AI to scout for me. I'll scout by myself and see if there's any area where I can possibly expand to. I can almost guarantee that there... maybe, but it's probably very hard to reach and possibly already overtaken by one of the AIs. I'm yet to meet even the Polynesia, which is worrying me slightly. This means that I might be very far away from any other player, which is not what I was hoping for at all. Alright, and what do I want to do next? Improve even more ship? It sounds like a plan, but just to be able to trade when the time comes, I will probably improve this copper tile. Because sooner or later, there's no way I will not meet Polynesia. I mean, they can travel oceans from turn 1. For crying loud. I should be able to find them. I really should. Yeah, okay. So, waiting for players to finish the turns. My score is still pathetic, and I'm the most well-fed person? No way. No way, I cannot be... You're lying to me, game. I'm last. Yeah, I am last. So what the F was this game trying to tell me? Is it... Is it an average per city? No. I don't know what it showed me, but this game is clearly lying to me. I'm not the most well-fed person. Maybe it's the amount of food production per citizen? Instead of the net food production, maybe? And also for crying out loud! Barbarians really... Even more horsemen, of course. Right, you reinforce, you are in no shape to take over the archers, unfortunately. You'll do damage to the archers while you're still alive, because mind my words, it will not last for very long. So there's that. Those warriors should be... Technically speaking, I should be capable of killing those archers right now. And actually have such... I'm going to inflict so much damage that there's almost no way I will not kill them. So, even though I will lose my shepherds, which I wanted to keep, I will destroy this encampment. Because, keep in mind, I just hate it. That's the sole reason why I'm going to sacrifice my shepherds to kill it. So there we go. I got a walker from Sofia. I'm going to return it. I could use a second walker, but I would much rather have Sofia as my friends already. So return the unit. Got some gold from it. 150. And now I'm the ally of Sofia, which is nice. And they also have some gold, which they are giving to me, so that's even more happiness for me, which is rather amazing. Then they absolutely adore me. 102, which is great. They want a trade route. I'll probably agree to that. Since, yeah. And then I'll try to bully Buenos Aires if I still can by the time this quest is about to run out. Alright, so there's that. Still making the Oracle, still trying to explore with the Trireme. Not much to see, unfortunately, but hey, we'll try at the very least. 150 gold. I could buy something with it, but then I would suffer a -1 penalty to science. So let's see if there's anything that is worth buying for 150 gold, but I have my doubts. Yeah, I do not see anything worthwhile. It's kind of strange, I could swear I had more gold. Anyway, it doesn't matter, my warrior is about to die and then I will not have to worry about my gold as much. Obviously on lower difficulty levels, this horseman would normally attack the kin and the walker, but on higher difficulty levels, it gives much higher priority to a player with a higher difficulty level and it usually focuses on it. So yeah. They've been bombarded, that's nice, thank you Sofia, but it's still not going to save my people, probably. New unit from Budapest, that's nice, and oh! Okay, it looks like free walker is always a temptation that is hard to resist for the barbarians. Good, really good. Anyway, new unit, that's another composite bowman. I will not say no to that. In fact, I'll start moving it up to Buenos Aires already to maybe scare them. Although it will be a little bit difficult with just 3 units. Alright, you just heal up because you're mostly useless. You just stay here. Because I expect this horseman to move back south. If they don't, I'll start moving out. If they do, I'll be able to attack them with my composite bowmen and my warriors. And possibly make Sofia like me even more than they already do. Which would be nice. Let's see if I can get the Oracle. It almost looks like I can play a 3, play a 4. Come on, game, play a 5. Still no Oracle. 6. Yeah, I got the Oracle. This is great. Wow, I cannot believe no AI went for the Oracle. I thought they like it. I legitimately thought that the AI really likes the Oracle, but apparently I was wrong. And oh, they actually attacked my warriors? But they're all healing up and fortified and in a forest, so that's a little bit surprising.
The ancient oracle said that I was the wisest of all.
Alright, this is great. You may see that I'm not spazzing out from happiness, that's because I'm really, really hungry. That's the only explanation to that, honestly. And now I'm getting gold. How? No, really, how? Oracle doesn't give you gold as much as I know. Whatever. Free policy, I will never say no to that. What do I want to do with... of crying aloud. Do you know the problem with free policy? You have to spend it, you cannot save it up. Even when the option isn't on that you can save up policies. But now I have to spend it, unfortunately. Which is a problem, because what I wanted is to save up my policies in order to grab everything in rationalism as soon as I can. So I guess I will not do that. Instead I'll use my policy for something else. What I should have done is not went for oligarchy, save the policy and use my free policy to grab the oligarchy. Whatever, I guess it happens. So what other policy do I want to go for? Patronage? No, because citizens are going to hate me. Pretty much. I mean, being gifted great people occasionally is amazing. But keep in mind, I have plans to kill 2 of the city-states I meet. And while I could potentially have the two others maintain my eyes, it wouldn't work all that well with patronage. It would be nice, but that's about it. Piety? No. Honor? I will go for it at some point most likely, just because I want to be a warmonger. Right now, it's a horrible idea. Liberty? No. It's too late for that, it won't help me all that much, and I'm not going to have too many cities anyway, and I'm in Korea. That the reasons why I should not go for that. So this, I guess, leaves me with aesthetics. But the thing is, aesthetics like it when you're very happy, and I'll rarely have reasons to be happy, unfortunately. I mean, right now my happiness comes from gold and copper, and the only other luxury resource I'll ever get is travels and potentially sold. That's not a lot of happiness. Maybe not that will help me, maybe not, however. So yeah, this wonder with Korea, when you want to make your wonders in the capital, it doesn't work well in tandem. So that's not that great. Great artist, yeah, no. Cultural exchange, cultural centers. There's nothing I really want. At all. Nothing over there. And if possible, I would love to keep this policy, but I have to spend it. That was a stupid mistake. I didn't think about it, did I? No, I didn't. Well, when I think about the long run, I will use honor at some point. So theoretically speaking, I could spend this point on honor. It would not help me at all right now. Except it would give me access to Statue of Zeus. Which could be beneficial considering that white chests are pretty bad at taking over cities. So maybe, just maybe, I should go for honor just for the sake of having a point in it, since I will go for it again in late game. Because I cannot see a justification for going for liberty, piety, patronage, or aesthetics. Patronage, a little bit maybe, actually. God gifts, no. Resting points, no. Science boost is tempting, I have to admit. Then there is... Science quantity of resources gifted by states increased by 100%. Happiness from... Oh, that's actually fairly useful. Patronage when I'm going to attack city states, it feels like something that is so wrong. But at the same time, honor would benefit me only in the way it would allow me to make a statue of Zeus. Which would be helpful. But at the same time, patronage would give me access to scholasticism. It's hard, isn't it? It really, really is. I'm so tempted to end this video now to ask you for your opinions on the subject, because I'm stumped. I don't know what I should do. I really do not. I should kill this homelessman. I mean, why not? Sophia's going to like me even more. Yeah, they do. Now they... 111. Oh, yeah. They will retake their own workers by themselves, unfortunately, but whatever. I'm fine with that. Also, by the way, do I have the aqueduct? I was going to... Yes, I got it. That's nice. Free garden, we know why I got that. So, aqueducts walk from the... How is it called? From the tradition tree. But free culture buildings, they don't work in capitals. Right. I wanted to confirm that. Can I move? Yes, I can. And then I'll actually really end my video cast. Because, yeah, of the reasons I expressed before. I need your opinion. Should I or should I not go for honor? Should I or should I not go for patronage? I really need your input, because if you don't comment, and I kinda expecting you not to comment because this series, as I said, is not that popular. But if you do comment, please tell me what your opinion on it is, and give me some kind of justification. Because, again, just to remind you, honor, I will go for it at some point in the future, even though it will be very, very far away in the future. At the same time, have a Statue of Zeus. Just to remind you, Statue of Zeus, this is what it does. It gives me plus 50% strength when attacking cities. Useful, especially when I'm going to be a warmonger. On the other hand, patronage, and I will always try to be allied with at least 2 city-states. They will give me great people, they will give me more happiness, they will give me more science. But right now it would give me pretty much not anything. I guess access to Forbidden Palace, which I couldn't make right now anyway. So please think carefully. Right now, I think I am linked to one of the two, but I will not tell you which one so that you're not biased. Just tell me which one, because I'm leaning slightly, I do need some input. So, there we go. It was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mixpire. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to leave your opinion on the matter, because I could use your input. Sorry for the short videocast, but I'm also hungry. And this is a serious matter. So yeah, I'll see you online.